The following text is taken from an article in the national newspaper on the 16th of June 2025, contributed by Kenny McAskill and entitled, Alexander Dennis is just the latest chapter in Scotland's stripping.
The announcement of the potential closure of and job losses at Alexander Dennis Limited, ADL, in Falkirk is reminiscent of the shutting down of British Leland in Bathgate in 1986. Vehicles continue to roll off the production line, but south of the border, not in West Lothian. The same fate now seems destined for ADL, with construction consolidated in Scarborough and Scotland paying the price. Back in 1984 under Thatcherism, industry after industry suffered and factory after factory closed. I recall driving from my home in West Lothian to Glasgow, and it was a scene of carnage with Motherwell Bridge shut, Cameron Ironworks and Honeywell closed and Caterpillar pulling out. It seemed to be a case of last out, put the lights out on central Scotland. Of course, there was a recovery, but not for every community, and many are still scarred to this day. Moreover, areas which had been major engineering hubs since the Industrial Revolution suddenly became distribution and transport hubs, with a loss of skills and a huge reduction in pay for workers. Now it's Starmerism and the North Sea is in turmoil. The Grangemouth refinery has closed and it looks set to be joined by ADL. And it's not just the Forth Valley and Aberdeen but all of Scotland that's suffering. While the support announced for the Acorn carbon capture and storage last week is welcome, there's no guarantee it will proceed to full development. The investment in Foss Lane and the military is no basis for the development of a high-skilled modern Scottish economy, and most certainly not for a safer world. Scotland is again being deindustrialized with jobs lost, skills going, and people leaving. But it just shouldn't be this way. The governments in both Edinburgh and London have let the industry and its workforce down. The UK is being flooded by cheap Chinese buses. It is part of a plan to wipe out the local competition, with only 3 locations having had the skills: Ballymena, Falkirk, and the north of England. Now it'll just be 2. The UK government has failed to act against the predatory imports or properly allow for local benefit and social costs to be factored in. Labour attacks on the SNP for allowing Scottish buses to be bought from China are undermined by Sadiq Khan buying even more for London. Scotland urgently requires independence to develop an industrial strategy to go along with its natural resources. We should be a manufacturing nation, not just a resource to exploit.